Well, good evening and welcome to the Jagodina Stadium in Jagodina, 85 kilometers south or so of Belgrade, hosting international football in the final qualifying game of Group A for both Serbia and Macedonia. Whilst both teams have nothing to play for at the top of the table, there is still the avoidance of the wooden spoon for the visitors. Macedonia and Serbia could still ensure that they finish third in Group A. We will appreciate the national anthems for both of these sides as the little local derby prepares to take place, starting with Macedonia. Dennis now to Macedonia, written by Vladimir Malisti in 1941, very popular, became to popularity during the Socialist Republic of Macedonia, well respected by the Serbian team as well. Now the Serbian national anthem, Bože pravda, God of Justice. Coach Sinisa Mihailović insisted that the players learnt the national anthem in order to give them more team spirit heading into international matches. Final Group A game for both of these sides. Then Macedonia, currently sitting at the bottom of the lot, could finish as high as fourth in the table, depending on results elsewhere. For Serbia, well, they could slip at least one place, depending on Wales, although they would have to pull off a big result at Belgium, of course, in order to supplant Serbia in third spot in the table. The man in the middle, Richard Trutz, will be responsible for the officiating of the tossing of the coin. And as far as the teams are concerned, last time out for Serbia was a friendly win against Japan on Friday night. For Macedonia, that was that defeat to Wales. And whilst the Serbian coach, but actually both competitive games the last competitive games for both these teams were against the Welsh. Different results. Serbia by winning victoriously against Wales, whereas as far as Macedonia are concerned, were beaten 1-0 by Simon Church's goal to 0. The skippers will be called to order. We will get the formalities of the tossing of the coin off and underway. Branislav Ivanović, the skipper, the Chelsea player, of course, for the home side, and Noveski is the Macedonian captain. Shaking hands all round. The formalities completed, though, and Noveski will work his way back to his team. 63rd cap for him, the Bitola-born 63-year-old. 6 changes for Serbia then coming into this game, from the Welsh match, that is, which was a victory. So the only players that remain are the goalkeeper Stojković, Branislav Ivanović and Alexis Kolarov at the back, and Dusan Tadic and Filip Đurđević up front. The only players that remain from the victory against Wales. As far as Macedonia are concerned, fewer changes than them from the Friday night defeat to Wales, but we do see at the heart of defence a change with Boban Grančarov coming in, and also we have a return to the starting lineup for Predrag Randalović, who will play alongside Stefanović in the midfield. Muhamed retaining his place in that Macedonian midfield as well. All right, to get off and underway in a little local spat. There is certainly local pride at stake between these two teams, and as any international game goes, coefficients, points when it comes to FIFA rankings, all very important, and the fact that these are competitive individuals who don't want to win, don't want to lose a game. They want to win as often as they possibly can. It is the home side, Serbia, get us off and underway in this stadium of the city, as I said, about 85 kilometres south of Belgrade, playing this one in Jagodina. They say that the advance warnings were known for its Blue Cafe, which is hosted here at the stadium as well. It will be Macedonia trying to win the ball in central midfield at the moment. They can't hold on to it, and maybe a chance for Tosic to lever it out wide now to Kolarov. We know how well he likes to get forward, the Manchester City attacking right back, and Serbia with an opportunity. It was a grasp of a shirt there, and it's eventually been just rolled out of play by Đurđević for a goal kick. But Tosic and Ivanović setting up this opportunity. Good play from Tadic inside the penalty area, and then it was watched wide by Pačovski into his side netting. Little touch from Đurđević. But it's got the home fans on their feet, and a very positive start from Đurđević. Well, I imagine any goalkeeping coach would be a bit distressed at that lack of distance to the clearance. As you can see from the flags, no real wind posing problems. The only man posing problems at the moment is Alilovski, who's pushing a little bit too aggressively on Dusan Basta, and the referee had no hesitation in giving a free kick. Kolarov to Tosic. And, well, late challenge, according to the referee, from Stefanović. And looks like a few problems from Milivojević. And the interim coach for Macedonia at the moment, Zoran Stratev. He's had 3 spells in charge of Vardar. Skopje. Ivanović with the free kick. That will be possession as a little clash. It is fair, so says the referee, as coming together and nothing else, as Rudovski's caught by Tosic. Which will be lively on that left-hand side. Tadic now giving support. Was he fouled? It's been won back by Matić. And the vast majority of this opening 3 minutes almost has been played in the Macedonian half, and will continue to be so. Maybe not. Ivanović dispossessed. 1 or 2 challenges flying in. That was a fair one, though, by Milivojević. And then the ball over the top from Đurđević. He's not going to find him, and it will be a goal kick. But the challenge is flying in already from these 2 sets of players. And this will be from Pačovski. currently playing his football for Mechelen in Belgium at the moment. It's not a derivative for Tomislav or anything, it's Tom, as he is known. 35th cap he's winning tonight, the Macedonian stopper. Again, blast of the whistle, which has intervened quite a lot so far this evening. Kostovski is the man penalised, and a chance for Kolarov to break forward. Tosic wide. Will be spun back though through midfield and worked out into the attacking thirds again for Matić to poke down the touchline, but it's drifted away from the midfielder, born in Mitrovica. He'll spell at Chelsea, of course. Didn't really do it at Chelsea, did the manager Matić. Had a time out at Vitesse Arnhem as a consequence of going out on loan. Picked up a couple of injuries, actually. It stifled his Chelsea development. Throw in which Kolarov will take. Claims for a boot high there, but stooping in to try and get it away was Ristovski. And Ristovski again with the comfortable clearance this time. Serbia looking more comfortable here. Good to see, actually, bringing it to a ground with a capacity of 15,000 this game. That not too many empty seats for a game that some may say is a little bit of just a local spat, really. Now here is this strong run from Tadic. Gets the cross away. Still an opportunity. He just couldn't get it out of his feet, Gudjurjević. Eventually scooped clear for the corner. And that came from, never say die running, really, from Dusan Tadic, and Milivojević was the recipient. Just got caught between his feet a little bit, and eventually actually came off his knees. He stabbed it out. It would be a goal kick, which would be taken by Pačovski. Macedonia need to hold the ball up the park somewhat. Maybe they will now with Alilovski. Noveski. Grnčarov is calling it to roll back to his goalkeeper, Pačovski. Few cheers from the home fans for that. That's a good strong header, actually, won by Ivanović. Pačovski with him in support. A little tickle on the heels. The referee, though, didn't think it was worthy of anything too much. Milivojević has set things up in motion for the visitors, but I think Ivanović was absolutely convinced that should have been a Macedonian corner kick. Kolarov with the clearance. Again, battling for it is Randalović. Ivanović finds Rukavina. The fullbacks will like to get forward for Serbia in this game. Vladimir Stojković, who's making his 49th appearance for his country now. Stojković spells at Nantes and Sporting Lisbon, Getafe as well. Went to the Olympics in 2008. Playing for Partizan Belgrade is Stojković, but he has in the past had a bit of a run-in with the Red Star fans. Here's maybe a chance for Ibrahimi to break forward. Well respected Ibrahimi. Currently on loan to Cagliari. He's impressed for Maribor of late, Ibrahimi. Featured against Tottenham Hotspur last season. Just caught there, a little nudge. Nothing too serious, but the free kick awarded. Macedonia playing their way into the game. Ibrahimi again, well, let's get on the ball. Again, he's being somewhat manhandled, rides that challenge from Matić. Noveski has to field it. It's going to go all the way to Pačovski. Pačovski's clearances off the deck, off the ground, aren't looking too positive at the moment, are they? Here's Tadic. Tosic. Tadic offered himself. That's been dealt with effectively Grnčarov. Rugged-looking individual. Grnčarov, the 31-year-old, Skopje-born. Currently playing for Botev Plovdiv. Here's Tadic, space. Tries to pick out a teammate. Ivanović points to where he's going to play the ball. The Serbian skipper, Chelsea stalwart. And of course, play it right back if needs be. Occupying his more favoured position in the heart of that defence, controlling things. Tosić has set things up to Matić. Sweeping ball out wide. Basta is out there, but at the moment, final pass not quite working. It's a little bit better. It's allowed Witkowski to break forward. Got a palm off on Kwiatkowski. He suggests it was. Referee again. After Trutz is having none of it. Here comes Tosić. Serbia not heading to Brazil 2014. Were at the World Cup finals, of course, in 2010. And out in the group stages, Antic, the man who inspired that. That's a lovely threaded ball to Tadic. Oh, and Tadic should finish this! Oh, what a save! I think the referee, with the blast of the whistle, almost applauded that himself. Tadic breaking forward, lovely little whip ball in towards him from Basta on the right-hand side. Let's just have a look at this. Basta just has a look up, checks. Tadic has got beyond the back line. And that's just an instinctive piece of goalkeeping from Tomislav. Did the right thing, hit it back across the keeper. Good strong wrist. Tosić with the corner. Serbia have 1-2. Drawn one and lost one at home in the qualification campaign. Belgium the only team to come to Serbia and win. Again, neatly worked corner. No offside flag. Oh, that really should have been converted by Ivanović. I think it fell in the end to Nastasić, who had the final opportunity. Played back in from what looked almost like an offside position. And Ivanović on the line couldn't convert. Nastasić was the man who had the shot. It was always going wide. I think his skipper didn't want to touch it. I fear that maybe he would have diverted it the wrong way. Nastasić with the clearance header, guided back by Kolarov. Vladimir Stojković, the 30-year-old. Rolls it forward again. And here comes Branislav Ivanović. It's a great raking pass to Tosić. He's got an underlapping run from Kolarov. Finds him now. Decisive play now from Serbia. Confidence growing. Brave challenge on the edge of the Macedonia penalty area. The fans don't like it, as Luka Milivojević. Just maybe the ball wasn't there to be won. It was just taken away from him. Very brave challenge in the end. He couldn't get his boot wrapped around the ball. Free kick's been awarded. I think everyone's fine though. Up to his feet. There's Vladimirović. The throw-in which Rukavina will take. Basta with a flick. And again, there's some tumbles and bumbles going on. The referee's allowing them to continue. Tchaikovsky, well, didn't even make the back edge of the centre circle that time. Tchaikovsky's clearance. Maybe there's a microclimate on the pitch. Here's a chance now for Dudic to Tadic, should I say, to flick it through to Tosić. Kolarov back to Pačovski. Better distance to that clearance. Nastasić battling for it. Kolarov, though, bravely hits a barge in the back from Pačovski as he jumps. His 5th cap for Jovan Pačovski. Plays in the Belgium League. So the international goal came in Scotland. So a 1-1 draw. Referee again, just taking no nonsense this time. There's just a little bit of a palm off there, and grasping at the face from Milivojević. 7th start, or 7th appearance, should I say, suggesting it was an elbow. Quite sure that the judgment was it was as bad as that, but Rukavina to Basta. Comes to Antonio Rukavina. And it's Real Valladolid. It's the World Cups. And did Rukavina, as did Ivanović and Nastasić at the back, trying to marshal things as they ping things forward. Here's Matić looking down the left-hand side quite a lot, actually, in front of the coaching staff. And eventually it's been worked successfully by Milivojević back into his skipper's path. Ivanović. Matić. Rukavina. Matić stays forward. He's square at the moment. Here he is. Matić. Tosić. Popping up off the flank. Back to Tosić. Frisson of excitement. Here's Basta, and that's gone in as an own goal. Maybe Ristovski was the man who's made the final touch. Blasted in by Basta. High fives all round from the Serbian players. A bit of a huddle as they take the lead. Milivojević, the coach, certainly with a delighted smile on his face. Contracted until the World Cup finals. Here it comes. And it did look as if the final touch went beyond the goalkeeper, Pačovski. And that may well be Stefan Ristovski, who will be unwarranted or unwantedly credited with it. Here it comes. And he tried to clear his lines. Difficult. The corridor of uncertainty. Pinged into that difficult area. He's running back, facing his own goal. Actually quite a tidy finish for the 21-year-old, born in Skopje. Currently on loan at Bari from Parma, for whom he signed a 5-year deal when he joined a couple of years ago. He'll be hoping his team coach wasn't watching. Kolarov. Tosić. Nastasić. I suppose, what, 16, almost 17 minutes played. The scoreline really only reflects the dominance that Serbia have had in the opening 16, 17 minutes. They're coming forward again. Matić, Basta, his cross led to the first goal. He's gone for goal this time. In the end, he didn't force a save from Pačovski, but cross that led to the opening goal. It's given him confidence, put a bit of swerve on it, and that was pretty close. Not closed down though by the Macedonian defenders. Just needed a little bit more off the side of the boot from Basta, and he would have been celebrating being involved in 2 goals in a very short space of time. Just 2 wins in the last 8 internationals for Macedonia, incidentally. To be done, and it looks as if the wooden spoon in Group A is going to be heading the way of this team's opponents. There's all the potential substitutes that could be used. I think Mihajlovic will want a convincing win in this, regardless of whether it have any effect on the qualification, which it wouldn't. It would at least leave them sitting in a decent position in the table. Here's Kolarov, Tosić. it away from Ibrahimi, back towards Tosic again. Ristovski this time only scored the own goal with the clearance. Basta, Matić, Kolarov. Again, sense of excitement. Everyone's there. Basta with it. It's 2-0. This time it will go down as a goal for the man with a big smile on his face. Big broad grin. It bubbled in. And Serbia double their lead within the space of 4 minutes of taking the lead. Stojković Mihajlović with a contented grin as he walks back. And this time it is Dusan Basta who gets the goal. The last one was a cross which led to an own goal. This time went for everyone. Not necessarily the tidiest of finishes, but good play as well from Filip Đurđević to leave it. Otherwise there would have been claims that he would have been in an offside position, which indeed he was. Just let it bounce in. Presence of mind, and Dusan Tadic celebrated as well. The cross from Kolarov, and Basta with his final touch. And it's his third international goal. Sorry, his second international goal. And 2-0 to Serbia. Looking rather comfortable against Macedonia. They've only scored one goal away from home in the qualification tournament so far. Against Scotland. 1-1 draw. It's looking like an uphill task for the visitors who had a very short journey in comparison. Here is a long-range effort from Ibrahimi, though. And Ibrahimi's watched wide. He just had to be alert, didn't he, Vladimir Stojković? Ibrahimi with the effort. Had it covered, did the headband-wearing goalkeeper. Don't see too much of that these days. He was a fan of Socrates in the past. Here he is. Well, the team that they are now nicknamed the Eagles are soaring away from their near neighbours Macedonia. Kolarov lets it bounce out of play. Ibrahimi tries to keep it in. He'll be able to do so. It's a throw into the home side, who have a comfortable 2-goal lead now, but still, their coach, Tomislav Mihajlović, is out barking instructions. Played, of course, for a host of teams, including Roma, Lazio, Inter Milan, Sampdoria. He's managed Bologna, Catania, Fiorentina. Took over the national side last year. The objective was to qualify for the World Cup finals in Brazil. It's not going to happen. Attention will now turn to the European Championships. But if the scoreline stays as it is, they will at least finish third in Group A. Take a push, and I think it's one of the most obvious ones you can possibly see. Ivanović is the man who is penalised, and the interim coach, Zoran Stratev, took over recently. Well, I think he just wants to see a reaction from his team, but Basta again is getting involved in the action. It'll be kept in. Matić. Basta will get there. And eventually headed away by Alioski, and it'll be a throw-in. He was trying to shut it out. He thought maybe Basta that it would go for a throw. Rukavina, Matić, first touch, has an option to play it wide. Kolarov! That's a good save. Rukavina again, and an acrobatic effort this time, which Tosic couldn't get on target. Zoran Tosic. And Matić with the overlapping run from Kolarov. Decent save being made by the goalkeeper, who feels somewhat under siege, I think, at the moment. I'm not surprised, really, that Pompakovski, #1 choice, really, for his country, has Played for both Vardar and Beerschot in the past, currently in Mechelen. He's helped get this forward, and maybe route one has worked. Ibrahimi. He's neat and tidy feet, needs a bit of support. Yeah, been a squirter, but it's got to where he wants it. The referee believes that that is a free kick. As Alilovski has been caught by Basta, so the 21-year-old Alilovski, only playing his second game for his country, made his debut against Wales on Friday night, has won a free kick. Well, meant to aim for up there, Kostovski. That's maybe the target. That's comfortably cleared away by Jodiev. Serbia again with a flying header from Nastasić. Had it clear, but Ibrahimi with it. That's been a decent reaction from Macedonia. That's been well won by Kosic. Here's Gledalaca. He's been hauled back. That'll be a yellow card, surely. As Filip Gledalaca is hauled back by a young man who's having a, well, I think it's fair to say, a 10-minute spell or so. Here's Stefan Ristovski. He scored the opening goal of the game as an own goal. And now he has been hauled up by the official for dragging back on Gledalaca. So the 21-year-old making his 10th appearance for his country. Certainly in the thick of things. Kolarov, Tosic. Kolarov with him. Matić there too. Here's Tosic, a little bit congested. Need to get it out from that flank if they can. Tadic. Basta, far post. Can't keep it in. That's well defended actually in the end by Alilovski. Just made a barrier so that Basta couldn't get round him. Milivojević, who has seen the highs at club and international football. Watching a dramatic clearance header away from Ivanović. Little shove this time by Kostovski. And the free kick is awarded away of the home side, who currently look comfortable. Nastasić. Played into the back line of Matić is Kolarov. Tosic. Macedonia playing quite a lot of this game. Chasing shadows at times. It's going to take its toll at the end. It's Basta. Antonio Rukavina has stayed forward. And Macedonia allowing the fullbacks to come forward and beat only part of the attacking prong. Matić. Milivojević. Basta. Set up one, which was an own goal. Scored the other so far. Nastasić. Tosic. Kolarov. Tosic is pushed over. The referee, to be fair to Richard Trutz, thought about the advantage, but there was a sandwich made of Tosic, a Tosic sandwich almost, and it's a free kick because there didn't seem to be an advantage. Kolarov. Ristovski. This is goalkeeper Bakovski again. The weakness of the clearance there, really. Again, posing problems for his own team. Tosic. Oh, he's done well. Look at his shirt's being tugged all over the place, Tosic. And I think Ivanović will be shown a yellow card as well for the tug of the shirt. Well, it was fairly clear, wasn't it? He'd got away from him. Oh, he had him one hand, two hands. Do it at the end of the game. That's where you change shirts, is what the referee said. And Ivanović ends up in the book.
Fudbalera reprezentacije Makedonije sa brojem 14 Predraga Ranđelovića.
Well, maybe a little bit of frustration. Just a little kick out there as well from Kostović. And really frustrating night so far for Macedonians, who look set to finish bottom of the group. Just 6 goals scored in the 9 and a bit games now played by Macedonia. Just once have they found the back of the net, more than once, which was in that game at home to Wales with a 2-1 victory. Tadić, Rukavina. Decent header away by Noveski. Milivojević. Possibly Kostovski will get on the end of it, and that's been well defended by Kolarov. Feels a little bit isolated, I think, Jovan Kostovski, the 26-year-old, plays in the Belgium League for Leuven. Basta, and again support down that right-hand side from Rukavina if he needs him. Basta continues his forward run. Rukavina, Tadić. Milivojević, and Ibrahimi beaten to it by Kolarov. That's better from Ristovski. He'll get a little bit of confidence, and he's got some support as well. Here's pinned back, racing forward, Ivanović. Still with it, players arriving. Ibrahimi's maybe the target, plays it towards the man on loan in Italy from Slovenian Maribor. Kolarov. Here is Muhamed Ivanović. It's going to be a Macedonian throw. AlilovskiNemanja. There. No. Andalević. Well, I don't want to remember that pass back really from the throw-in. Possibly he didn't have a lot of options, but Rukavina to Matić. Nastasić. Lost to Serbia of Macedonia, 1 win and 1 defeat, so 1 draw so far. It looks as if they could be heading towards defeat tonight. Here's Tosic. Kolarov won't get to the clearance. Matić does. Takes it away from Ibrahimi. Ivanović. Home victory against Serbia earlier in the group for Macedonia, accounting for almost half of the points so far accrued. In fact, it was a win against Wales. Draw with Scotland has had the 7 points have been arrived at so far. This evening, it's the Serbians who are more comfortable, despite the fact that there's been 6 changes made since the game against Wales, the last qualification campaign. Last game for Serbia was that friendly on Friday night, played in Novi Sad against Japan. Here's Tosic, Basta, Rukavina. That's a decent ball as well, isn't it, to Tadić? Pushed maybe a little bit too far wide. Basta arriving! Good defending in the end from AlilovskiNemanja. He's not the happiest of chappies at the moment, isn't he, Stratev? And if it hadn't been for a really good far post clearance, it may well have been 3-0 to the home team. Well, there was no foul there, he was falling over, which the referee's made a good decision. Matić. I think there may be a free kick awarded against that. Tadić has On to ground Dusan Tadic. He was caught by Boban Grančarov. Yes, I don't think there was a lot of attempts to play the ball there, was there? He bundled him over with Grančarov. And the rugged defender making his 32nd appearance for his country. Currently playing from Potev Plovdiv. He's played with Ghent and Lies. To defend this free kick from Serbia. 1-0 to the good. Sorry, 2-0 to the good, should we say? Own goal and a Basta goal. This Basta's cross led to Ristovski putting into his own net. Now the referee wants to sort out a little bit of pushing and shoving. I think it's Nemanja Matić who's been caught somewhat by Jovan Kostovski. I'm sure they're the best of friends now. Here comes Tosic then with this free kick. Bouncing up and down on his line is Pačovski. They'll have to do some serious goalkeeping. Still there is holding going on there, and Matić is being held, and a yellow card is being shown to Kostovski for persistently holding on to Nemanja Matić. The yellow cards are being handed out now by the referee. He's got to be careful because it could cause problems. Here it comes then. And then this time there is a shove by Matić on Kostovski, and that will be a free kick to Macedonia. He jumps at the man, and that's why the free kick was awarded. Ivanović needs a bit of assistance, gets it, receives it in centre midfield from Stefanović. Ristovski, just a little bit too short on the pass, Ristovski. Saw his teammate a bit short. Well, they're trying a little bit too much tricksy football at the moment, Serbia. And that's Matić to Nastasić. Bit more route one, getting it clear is the instruction, and here comes Basta, as well won in midfield, really closing down work from Milivojević, and here is Basta with a shot into the side netting with a little flick, deflection, and maybe a fingertip as well, I think, from Pačovski. And he has been the route to goal so far in this game, hasn't he? And took a deflection off a knee, and then no touch from the goalkeeper, just into the side netting from the deflection. Here comes the short corner. Referee gives the penalty. Oh dear, and this could be more problems as well. It's another yellow card shown to Grančarov. A lunge in at the feet. And a yellow card is being produced immediately for Grančarov, and a penalty awarded to the home side. The Macedonians are livid with the decision, but that's a clumsy challenge. Really clumsy challenge on Ivanović, and the referee immediately pointed to the spot. And more work for Pačovski to do. Will he keep it out? No, he won't! And that has been rolled in by Kolarov, and Serbia increase their lead. Aleksandar Kolarov with his 4th international goal. Well, so good, he gets a thumbs up from his boss, and Sinisa Mihajlovic happy with this, strokes it home. Pačovski goes the wrong way. And a quick look at the stats would say Macedonia now just 2 goals from conceding what would be equally their worst defeat that's been inflicted since they've been playing international football as that solo nation. And the way things are going, they'll be looking to keep 10 men on the pitch. And the yellow cards piling up. This is a great night for the Serbians. A night so far, certainly first 39 minutes to forget for Macedonia. There's a little bit of holding going on there as well, and they have to be very careful. Kolarov may receive this. He does. He's got Tosic calling for it. Back to goal. Forces it over the halfway line. Tosic. Ivanović. And it was the foul on Branislav Ivanović, which led to the penalty. And well, I've tucked it away pretty neatly, actually. Here's Ivanović again. And they've got no need to force the urgency now. Matić. Cap for Matić. Tadic. Looking for Đorđević. Quite keep it in, but that was decisive football straight through the middle, really, but touching it on. Matić looking for Tadic, and the race for Đorđević. He was always going to lose as the ball rolled away. The home fans inside the Jagodina stadium. First time used by Serbia. Are pretty satisfied at the moment. They may well come back. Tosic, Kolarov, Nastasić lets it roll to his goalkeeper, and Stojković with the clearance. Maybe have been an offside decision, and again, oh, he's treading a very fine line now. There's the big number 5, Grnčarov, is on a yellow card, of course, but this time it's Ibrahimović wiggled it through. That's better from Handalović. Ibrahimović. And Ivanović just took it away from Kostovski, and now it's a chance for Ivanović, the Buccaneer forward, still with it. Tosic, Ivanović just stayed inside the penalty area. He started the move off, did Ivanović, again he goes to ground. He's down his feet a bit more, and he does, gets to his feet. Tosic turns it on. Didn't quite get up, could he there, Ivanović? Stumbled over and never got up. Muhamed tries to control it. It's a little bit of a cheer from the home fans. And the disputes are continuing amongst the visitors here in Serbia this evening. Ivanovski is the man who is currently unhappy with what's happening. Here's Matić. Basta. Matić calls for it to be played into his path again. Receives it. Rukavina. Matić. And let it roll through to Milivojević. This is cut out by Ristovski. Kolarov. Just a little bit too casual. Ibrahimović. Back in numbers though are Serbia, and again it was well read by Ivanović. Tosic, Matić, and here is Kolarov. Tadic, Basta. Đorđević is inside the penalty area. Basta still with it. And marshalled by Alilovski. Milivojević. Was it? And Kolarov's first touch lets him down. Nastasić gets clipped. And it'll be a free kick. Again, he's on a yellow card. Jovan Kostovski. Nastasić, the man this time he clipped. It's Manchester City himself. Made his debut almost 2 years ago against Cyprus, did Nastasić. Internationally, that was. Made his Man City debut against Fulham in a victory against Fulham. Our local pride at the moment going the way of the home side. A nation with a population of just over 7 million, as opposed to Macedonia, who have just over 2 million who live within their borders. Almost a third of whom live in the capital city, Skopje. Here's Matić, Tosic, Kolarov overlaps. Here he goes. Well, went for the first touch to try and get around the defence, but Noveski dealt with it well. Ristovski was there too. Possibly didn't fancy whipping in the first time ball, but Ristovski did well actually, defended that well, the young right back who scored the own goal. Which got Serbia off and running in this game. Ivanović again tries to control it with his shiny shoes. Headlights glinting off them. Bit of moisture on the ground as well. An unpleasant evening though, as it's good evening for football actually, as it's Nastasić rolling it back to his goalkeeper, Stojković. He's hurried into his clearance. And I would imagine sloppy defending would frustrate the manager, who like to tackle himself. The referee though brings the first half to a conclusion. It was Richard Trutz, the first half that saw Serbia take the lead with an own goal from Ristovski after it was whacked into the area by Basta. Basta then added a second. It bobbled in after he made a far post cross, and then a penalty awarded for a foul on Branislav Ivanović, converted by Kolarov. And here in Jagodina, it's the half-time scoreline which gives the home side plenty to smile about. It's Serbia 3, Macedonia 0.
Fudbalski savez Srbije poklanja vama, poštovana publiko, navijačima reprezentacije Srbije, dresove naše reprezentacije. Samo na nekoliko rukama, ali oni se sekunda 7 megapiksa. Hitovi za Slavoniju, stadion Noveski, 20 godina samo. Zvanična obrana Fudbalskog saveza Srbije, Delta Sport, tehnički partner. Novi početak, nova snaga, želje za pobedom, zajedno do cilja. Jedan zvanični simbol fudbalske reprezentacije Srbije. U vezi sa sportom, Telekom Srbija, oficijalni sponsor Fudbalskog saveza Srbije. A sada jednim ogromnim aplauzom nagradimo devojke koje nam poklanjaju predstave Fudbalskog saveza Srbije. Nego kaže da možete to još jače da ih nagradite. Zvanična obrana Fudbalskog saveza Srbije, Delta Sport, tehnički partner. Novi početak, nova snaga, želje za pobedom, zajedno do cilja. Jedan zvanična simbol fudbalske reprezentacije Srbije. U vezi sa sportom, Telekom Srbija, oficijalni sponsor Fudbalskog saveza Srbije. U pravu vodu, fudbalska reprezentacija Srbije može više. Akva Lula, zvanična voda Fudbalskog saveza Srbije. Samo na ekoklupama AlilovskiNemanja 360 € dizel. Godina poverenja, saobraćajni institut cilja. Mi vozimo šampione, Vlasna, sponsor fudbalske reprezentacije Srbije. Radio televizija Srbije, uvek uz fudbalski nacionalni tim. SOS kanal, jedina sportska televizija na Balkanu. SOS kanal. Radio Novosti na frekvenciji 104,7 MHz. Hitovi za savremene. Radio Novosti 20 godina sa vama. Najniže zvanična oprema Fudbalskog saveza Srbije. Delta Sport, tehnički partner. Novi početak, nova snaga, želja za pobedu, zajedno do cilja, djelima, zvanično klubo fudbalske reprezentacije Srbije. U vezi sa sportom, Gradski Srbija, oficijalni sponsor Fudbalskog saveza Srbije.
Welcome back. And a change being made here at the Jagodina Sports Stadium. As it's the Macedonians who make the change. Aleksandar Stojković is on for Brahimi, who has been withdrawn at the break. Brahimi, born in Tetovo, on loan to Cagliari from Maribor, but he's been replaced by the 21-year-old from Skopje, making his 14th appearance. Is Stojković. The referee checking it's 11 aside. We will be off and underway very shortly. Expect more changes as the second half ensues, but Serbia leading by 3-0. Did put 6 past Wales at home earlier in this qualification campaign, did Serbia. It's the highest number of goals that Macedonia have conceded in the whole of the Group A campaign, which, again, they may look at some of the games and say, what if? Although only 2 wins and a draw so far for the Macedonians. The defeats that they've suffered have not exactly been by huge margins. In fact, all of their defeats so far have just been by a single goal margin, barring the trip to Belgium, or Belgium at home, should I say. And it was something that they came into this game thinking that they would be 3-0 down at 45 minutes, but indeed they are. Maybe work to do in the second half. Serbia wanting to finish the group on a high. Will finish no higher than third, but will at least finish third, regardless of whatever happens elsewhere if they were to be victorious this evening. In fact, a draw would have been enough in order to secure third spot in the Group A table. It's about pride now at the moment from Macedonia, who have it with Alilovski. Ivanović, it's caught there, so a free kick to the side who trail. 3-0. Kolarov all the way back to Pačovski, the goalkeeper. Ivanović, and that'll be easily dealt with by Nastasić, the 20-year-old. Nastasić has it again. And the competitive squad that he's currently part of at Manchester City. Here now, they come down the right-hand side. Rukavina, Basta, who is a little bit too enthusiastic to win the ball back for Serbia. And the man in the middle with the loud whistle, Richard Trutz, a bit like the first half as well. Certainly the first 5-10 minutes, the referee's whistle intervened quite a lot. Just trying to stamp his authority, maybe trying to do so at the beginning of the second half as well. Will drift out of play. There'll be a throw-in, which will be taken by Rukavina. The half-time interval has obviously dulled the atmosphere somewhat, as quite often tends to happen. Indulging in a drink or a little bit of food, a little bit of banter, badinage. Everyone trying to get themselves back up to speed with the game. There's Stojković. Hurried into his clearance, really, which has handed possession back to Macedonia. That was good work, actually, up front. Pačovski, better clearance distance this time, but won by Nastasić. Nastasić was caught there, I thought. The referee agrees that Stefanović was a little bit too aggressive with the challenge. Stefanović, the 28-year-old, 8th cap for him. Joined Wisla Krakow earlier this year. Basta. Almost created something with a bit of unplanned trickery there with the Serbians, but here is Nastasić. Tosic. Kolarov. His penalty made it 3-0. Nastasić. He's been calling for it for some time as Antonio Rukavina. He gets it, the Belgrade-born or ex-Partizan player. Played in football in Germany as well, now in Spain, and he has it down the right-hand side. And his cross in the end, maybe he was too close to the goal and too close to the byline. quite know where to target that. Rukavina. Not enough curl on the ball. That's actually going to go out for a goal kick. So Stojković will receive it. And Milivojević will be happy with what he's seen. He will assess this qualification campaign. And again, 4 wins, 2 draws, 4 defeats. Not enough for Serbia. Basta. Clever little dink as well to Tadić. Almost lost his footing. Still with it, Tadić being marshalled, well marshalled. Slipped. No free kick. Stefanovic. Isn't that a rarity? The old roll of paper being thrown on the pitch. Almost actually disrupted Stefanovic. Life as a coach is different from life as a manager. Mihailovic testing some of the highs of football as a player. And as a national coach, though, the pressure is on. Mixed bag of results as well for his side. Only one away victory for Serbia in this campaign. Winning Wales by 3-0. Dropping points at home as well. Croatia with a draw and Belgium with a defeat. Basta going to stretch their lead though here in this game against Macedonia. That's again been well worked and defended by young man making only his 2nd appearance as a international. Slipping it out of play was Egzijan Alioski. Plays for Schaffhausen in Germany. Serbia getting control of this game again. Tadić. Idea was right, execution was poor. It was Ristovski with the clearance. Nastasić wins it. Macedonia currently ranked 75 in the FIFA rankings, which has seen them climb 14 places in the last set of rankings. Some way short of their 46. Which they achieved back in October 2008. All results, though, add to the ranking points. So, from Serbia's point of view, they will be pleased that they are ahead. And Rukavina has done well to keep it in. Blocked by Egzijan Alioski. Throw in there a bit of pace about this. Matić. Kolarov. Tosic wide. Here he is. Kolarov on the overlap. It'll be a throw in. Tosic won't get there. It's a comfortable take in the end. It was almost dinked to him by Milivojević. And Milivojevic's shot really will register as a shot on target. Although I think Pačovski won't have too many more comfortable efforts to save. Ivanović. Tadić, Ivanović. Here's Rukavina. Branislav Ivanović just striking it around now. The skipper. Ball in Mitrovica, 66th cap. He's got 8 goals. Let's get forward, and here's Basta. Has he got away from his man? Has he got a cutback opportunity? He certainly has. Tadić! 4-0, and yet again, it's that man, Dusan Basta, who's at the heart of it, really. Dusan Tadić with his 5th international goal in his 20th appearance. Stretches the lead now for Serbia. Gets his coach back up to his feet, but again it's Basta. This time he's just got it away from the young defender. Looks up, little look up, almost got it caught under his feet. Great cutback though. Tadić steadied himself, and then with the goalkeeper going to his right, put it to his left. See, couple of look-ups. There's the third. And actually, he's done very well. Tadic finding space in the penalty area and finding the back of the net. And there's still 35 minutes or so to go. This could be a long, long 35 minutes for the Macedonians. Tadic with the effort. But Basta, who scored one, set up the first, forcing an own goal, and now has won the ball back again. I think he was involved in the penalty incident as much, although he was certainly there or thereabouts. Ivanović was the man who was flawed on that particular occasion. Kolarov converted. So one has been a difficult night for Macedonia. He's got that a little bit more worse. Alioski takes curse saying he was having a decent night. Basta just used good physicality with him. Here's Stefanovic. It's a decent football, but will it be kept in? No, it won't by Ivanović. The 23-year-old, born in Pitola. Track back, and we're going to see another change being made by the visitors. David Babunski is preparing to come on, and it will be Muhamed Demiri who Babunski replaces. So Demiri off, and Babunski on. The 19-year-old, only his third appearance, born in Skopje. David Babunski, currently with Barcelona, having come through the academy at Barcelona. In his debut against Bulgaria in August, his brother is with Real Madrid as well, is Babunski, so we'll have to see what influence he can have on this game. Maybe not as much as this man. Basta finds Tadic, who scored that fourth goal. Tosic is to the left, Kolarov likewise. Kolarov finds Tosic. Stays wide as Kolarov, lovely pass. Here's Kolarov. Basta will battle for that, won't win it. Kolarov's choice there was maybe not quite the right one. Serbia in no hurry to take this throw in. Rukavina will do so. It's, as we said, the heaviest defeat that Macedonia have suffered was a 5-0 reverse back in against Belgium in 1995. Since playing international football. They had a game actually celebrating 100 years of football in Macedonia in 2009 against Spain, and legendary figure Goran Pandev scored a couple of goals. They were 2-0 up in that, lost 3-2 in the end. Matić is able to run, almost given the freedom of the Macedonian half. Tosic, and that's gone out of play, but shoulders drooping a bit from the visitors. And this time Tosic was the man trying to capitalise. 52nd cap for Zoran Tosic, looking for his 7th goal. Shot or cross in the end. It was a goal kick. Tadic. Basta. Away from him by Mandalovic. Basta's helped win it back though. Temporarily. Here comes Kostovski. And Nastasić thought that there was a fair challenge on Jovan Kostovski. Kostovski looking for his first international goal. I think Nastasić was nowhere near the play of the ball, so referee instructing that the free kick can only be taken at the blast of the whistle. Free kick which will be taken by teenager David Babunski. Is it again, keen to get involved in the action. Stefanovic. Kostovic. Kostovic, will he get on the end of it? Ivanović actually took it away for Ivanović. Alioski with the hooked drive, which will lead to the goal kick. And look at that, really. That Kostovski was the man who was trying to head the ball, but really Ivanović had the run on it. Noveski at the other end. You have 10 attempts on target, or 10 attempts on goal, you are possibly going to score some. 2, but less of a likelihood. And now still to go. For his thoughts, I would have thought, the interim coach, Soren Stratev. Andalovski trying to, Mandalovic, should I say, trying to get things going. It's his possession again. Looks up. Babunski's in there. It's towards Ivanovski. And again, that's been well dealt with, really, at the back by Gradski, the 29-year-old. Ivanović. Got a bit of experience in the Serbian lineup, really, when you think about it, compared to the Macedonian lineup. Got a few young players out there, just in single figures of caps or just into the teens, maybe. But now, if you look at it, Mandalovic just 3 caps. Stojković with 13, 14 tonight. Kostovski with 4, as opposed to the Serbians, who are going to make their first change. And Filip Đorđević is one of the least experienced players who comes across and has a word with manager Matić. And Đorđević is being withdrawn from the action. 2 goals in his 7 appearances now. And 8 years with Red Star Belgrade, currently with Nantes in France in Ligue 1. And he's going to be replaced by Stefan Sjepović, the 23-year-old, making his 6th appearance for his country. On a night where 4 goals have been scored, the striker would have hoped to get amongst them. Not to be, but he's certainly been involved. He gets high fives all around. But Sjepović currently at Sporting de Gijón. And the other end, suddenly with that change, it's just unsettled the Serbian defence. And a throw in for Ivanović to take. Alilovski. Bobanski's in field. Ivanović. Alilovski. The referee says that will be a free kick. Rukavina, as the man penalised. There's a little bit of kick out. Here comes the free kick. Just an arrow pointing to where the boot was going to be placed on the ball. Babunski with it. Whoa, dear, oh dear. Well, he's not had much to do tonight. Eventually he scrambles it away to Stojković and gathers it into his midriff, but well, this is probably the best chance of Macedonia tonight. It came from a goalkeeping howler, had it, whoops, drops it, ups a daisy. Ivanović tries to get it back, legs flailing, like a massive game of Twister. Eventually gets a cuddle off his skipper as he gathers the ball. Well, a tremor of excitement there as it bobbled down, people trying to bundle it into the back of the net. It's like the old days. And Kostovski trying to get there, and eventually Ivanović, it's almost like a rugby movie, shields his goalkeeper by lying on top of him. And he's picked up a knock as well as Stojković. Coach at Partizan Belgrade might not be happy to see that. A little bit of a bash on the wrist. And on the ankle. I love the fact that a bit of a squirt of water, your ankle will be fine. If only at times. Here comes the free kick. Gets off the ground well, seems to have it covered. Oh, pats it down, lost it. And an almighty Stromash inside the 6-yard box eventually. He does well, the goalkeeper, eventually. And you can see with a huge puff out of the cheeks how relieved he is. Stojković has started things in motion. Bastalut is out. There's a man down at the moment. Referee is allowed play to continue. It'll be swept out of play sportingly by the Macedonians. So that squirt of the bottle may be required by Luka Milivojević. Just got caught. Is he stretched away? Just got caught on the top of the foot there. He's getting himself up to his feet. I think he's realised all the physio is going to do is spray it with some water. So, he's going to get on with it. It's a throw into Serbia. They've made one change. Maybe we'll see another one shortly. Rukavina. Yeah, substitutes. Stefan Stojković. It's a straight out of play. So quite a few clubs. The 23-year-old Belgrade-born striker. Stojković. Tadić closes down. There's Pačovski. Just a slight breeze out there this evening. And Stojković. Tomislav lets it run across the Tadić. Retrieve possession will the score of the fourth goal for Serbia. Rukavina has made a dart forward. Here instead is Ivanović. Ivanović, good control on the chest. It's a sense of a training ground exercise at the moment from Serbia, leading by 4-0. Ivanović steps forward, doesn't want to slide in. Free kick awarded in favour of Milko Ivanović. Ivanović, should I say. Ivanović is the man penalised. Quickly whipped in field. Enough penetration from Macedonia in this game. And they leave themselves to be exploited, as Matić now does, and they're peeling forward of the red shirts. Here's Tadić again. Good save in the end. Pačovski got his footing right behind that. Wasn't the strongest of shots, but Pačovski drops on it. Tom Pačovski, the 31-year-old goalkeeper, 35th cap for him this evening. Milivojević, back it goes to his goalkeeper. Back to go forward, as they say. It's a powerful header. Drops neatly for Tadić, couldn't quite dart onto it. Matić loses possession. Milivojević, likewise. Here's Tomislav. Kolarov. Dart down that flank. Basta is up front. It's towards Stojković. Can he convert from here? It's very difficult. Went for the spectacular, really, from a narrow angle. Stojković, maybe. Just pushed away from him. Maybe would have been better served to just try and bring the ball under control. Had some support. If you see behind, there is some support there if he needed it. Went for the narrow angle goal. Hit the net, but the wrong side of it. Stojković is penalised for nudging in on AlilovskiNemanja. Like he just he got the jump first. Stojković, he didn't agree with the official's decision. He thought it was a fair challenge. It's a good spin and turn from the substitute. Babinski. It's an even better ball maybe for Tomislav to chase. Won't quite get there. Prodded back. And Pačovski is going to have to deal with it as he finds the halfway line. Not quite. Here's an issue for Macedonia. It goes back to the goalkeeper if he can't make the distance, it invites the pressure higher up the park. Rukavina. Ivanović. Nastasić, Matić sitting a bit deeper these days. Tomislav over the top, won't get there. Pačovski with a comfortable take. It's better distance from the goalkeeper. Nastasić is underneath it. Here's Milivojević. Babunski. Again, that's read by Nastasić. Babunski. He certainly looked lively since coming on as David Babunski. Alilovski is the man who was barged off the ball, which led to the fourth goal for Tadić to score by Basta. Stojković is the throw-in for the Serbians. Matić. Nastasić is wide. Kolarov was back in field to Nastasić. Goran Pandev involved, of course, for Macedonia this evening. Third highest appearance maker for his country, Goran Pandev. He's the leading goal scorer, 26 goals. Past that. That's good. Rukavina has created the opportunity, maybe. Tadić. Still with it, Tadić. Nice little spin and turn. Basta makes the run into the area. And Alilovski watched the ball, not the run, and defended that well in the end. And then Ivanović, powerful header, making sure that Jovan Kostovski got no route forward. Neat little back heel, but Alilovski was tracking back and dealt with it fairly effectively for Macedonia. Kostovski, well, the flick. No one making the run beyond the 26-year-old Skopje-born striker. And he's slowing down to near walking pace now. Here's Ivanović. Matić is the man in the area. Will bring it under control. Here's Tomislav, Tadić. Basta's continued on the right. Decent delivery, and it's a decent fifth goal. Well-worked team goal, and substitute Stojković scores his first international goal in his 6th appearance. And a really worked team goal from Serbia. Stojković with the final touch, with the header at the far post. And yet again, Basta was involved. Here comes the cross, another little look up. Looks to see where he's got his teammate. Stojković is pulling away at the far post and heads it in the far corner. Well, Dusan Basta will certainly be seen as man of the match, I would have thought, from the Serbians' point of view. Because that's yet another goal he's been involved with. Good finish, though, from Stojković for his first international goal, the 23-year-old. Goalkeeper couldn't keep it out. It's a powerful downward header. Macedonia now facing up to their equal worst defeat in international football. Babunski. Serbia breaking again. Stojković to Tomislav. Still with it, Tomislav. Stojković, little touch off, didn't even need to touch it. Rukavina, Tadić. Maybe the heads have now dropped for the Macedonian players, I think. We've got 15 or so minutes to endure. Get off the pitch and get home. I would imagine lick their wounds. the Serbian players, they'll only dream of what could have been an away defeat in Macedonia, for example. What difference would it have made if they'd won that? And another change is now going to be made by the home side, which allows Milivojević to be replaced. He's getting a healthy round of applause from the home fans. Milivojević is going to be replaced by Radoslav Petrović. And Petrović, the 24-year-old, born in Up, 37th appearance, had a brief spell at Blackburn Rovers in the past. Currently with Gledalaca. Made his international debut, did Petrović back in 2009 against South Africa, and he's on for the last 15 minutes of this Group A qualification campaign. Ivanović to Basta. Ivanović again. Nastasić, Tosić. Petrović is in field. Tosić went for the slightly more difficult and intricate pass to Tadic. Here's Matić. Tadic. Matić. Basta is the intended target. That's well headed away. Okay, Ivanović. Well, they're just enjoying the rest of the evening, the supporters. So Mihailovic certainly will be doing so. It's been right for the home fans to enjoy. They've had the lion's share of possession, chances, goals. Here's Babunski again. Tries to thread it forward. Ivanović with a chance maybe to create something for Macedonia. Babunski again, overlapping run from Alilovski. Good skill from Babunski. Into a bit of a cul-de-sac though, didn't he? Tadic scored the 4th goal this evening for Serbia. Stojković, will he get onto this back pass? Well, it's hurried away in the end, isn't it? And Alilovski. He's curled it out of play. It's been a difficult night for Ivanović and his teammates. Rukavina will take the throw in. Stojković, Basta's there with him. Stojković scored that 5th goal, his first for his country. Kolarov wins it strongly. Petrović, Nastasić, Tosić. It's a good touch. Got caught himself. Again, possession football for Serbia. Basta wants it played to feet. Tadic. Back to Basta. Oh, he's done well. The setup was good from Dusan Basta, but Petrović maybe not quite up to speed with the pace of the game. Couldn't quite keep his shot down. Scored 1 goal in international football. Radoslav Petrović. A long way from being the second, but again, just picking their opportunities now, the Serbians. And it'll be a free kick awarded against Jovan Kostovski. I think he's saying there were 2 of them and only 1 of me. How on earth can that be a foul? He may well have a point. He was somewhat the filling in a Serbian sandwich. The levering of the arm is what the referee wasn't particularly happy about. That's a good crossfield ball that Basta. He's got Rukavina in support. Here he goes, the right back, who again has offered himself up all evening, getting forward, loves to get forward. fact, both fullbacks do. Here's Basta, Petrovic. Kolarov is on the left-hand side now. They do well to keep it in. Stojković, who had that little moment of flurried concern 10 minutes or so ago, applauds that. At the other end is the man who's been slightly busier. Here's Petrovic, Tosic, Kolarov. Matić is waiting in the middle if he needs him. He's going to sweep it back. Ivanović. He left Rukavina a little bit short with the pass. Ivanovski. Finds Handalovic. Kwiatkowski. Seen much of Kwiatkowski since coming on at the break, really. Not actually had a major influence on the game, which will no doubt disappoint his coach, I would have thought. It's the last action we're going to